Moving to a new studio very soon. Very excited for you guys to be able to do that.
Yes, I'm very excited.
That's the rumor anyway.
Yeah, our landlord. I don't know about him, but we'll check it out.
Seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room with Nebraska football. And John Butler said as much. It's the run game. They're giving up too many big run plays, and I really wonder. There's certain levels to the problems, in my opinion, right? Because not only is it stopping the run, it's group tackling. And John Butler talked about both of those things. And I think one fixes the other. When you look at those missed tackles against Michigan, and you saw one missed tackle and then a bunch of open grass and nobody around it, like, you're going to miss tackles. It's going to happen every single game. It's guaranteed, 100%. Right? The way you fix that is once you miss a tackle, you have somebody else making contact and slowing them down, or obviously stopping the run. And the one thing that we talked about as a net positive for this team before the season, I think a lot of people felt really good about the linebacking core.
Yeah.
And specifically Willis McGahee, Vincent Shavers, that young group that has been good up until this point, but they can't be everywhere, right? And I think Vincent Shavers has probably been the best linebacker all season.
If he gets on the field.
If he's able to get out there, right? And obviously there's been a miss somewhere with Marquise Watson-Trent and what that could be or should look like. It looks like, if you go back and look at his film from Georgia Southern, albeit Georgia Southern, it looks completely different.
100%.
And so I don't know if it's John Butler's system. I don't know if it's the confusion of playing in the 3-3-5. And we've seen 5 down lineman looks. We've seen 4 down lineman looks from this defense. And I think a lot of that is to help with the run. But I just don't think it's an overall positive when your defensive backfield leads you in tackles, even in a 3-3-5 set, right? Like, because listen, there's more of them on the field, so that makes sense. But for not only just the leading tackles, but the leadership itself coming from the back end always seems to be maybe a miss in that front 7. So for you on Saturday, who is specifically in that front 6/7 that you're interested in seeing show out against Aiden Childs and this Michigan State defense?
I mean, I think you nailed on the head right away with Shavers. I mean, the guy is a baller, and I don't know what's going on, if he's on a pitch count or what, but he hasn't.
Kind of feels that way, right?
Yeah, he just hasn't played a lot. I know he had a hamstring injury coming into the season, but a lot of those big runs and stuff that was happening against Michigan, it's gap fits, it's making tackles, and guys weren't there. And I don't know if Michigan just saw something on tape, but I was sitting in the stadium with former offensive lineman Sam Hahn, and he's like, I think Michigan saw something with our defense, because at the second level, nobody was there on that touchdown run from Underwood.
Yeah.
And so,
literally the middle of the
wide
defense
open,
just split, and it was just open.
Nobody was there.
They double teamed the nose, and it just opened up on. And I don't think Michigan saw something. I just think the play developed, and he just took it and ran. He went, oh, there's 20 yards in the middle of the field where there isn't a single human being. I'm going to run there, which makes sense. And like I don't think everybody talked about before the season, right? We knew Nash and Ty leaving was going to leave a gap to some degree.
Yes.
I don't think anybody really understood how much John Bullock leaving was going to leave a communication gap.
Yes.
And as much playing time as Marquise Watson-Trent had coming into Nebraska, he never had playing time in Lincoln, right? So he's never been in this system. There's the benefit of having John Butler back as the defensive back coach last year, becoming your defensive coordinator. That only translates if there's guys that remember that have the knowledge about the system when he came in, right? And I think that's been a little bit of a big miss. I'm with you. I don't really understand the limited time that Vincent Shaver sees. It kind of feels like Matt Rule has this, I don't want to call it an issue, but a dedication problem. Like, if he dedicates to or commits to somebody, he's going to see it through. I mean, I think about the Jeff Sims situation.
Yes.
He didn't get benched till he got injured, right? Things like that. And that's a good quality to have until it's not,
yes.
right? It feels like there are certain guys, like I thought Donovan Jones jumped off the page in the first couple of games, and we've seen him get more playing time. But there seems to be a commitment/trust issue with younger guys. I've been saying this for a while, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Like, I feel like this is more reminiscent of Matt Rule's year 2 at Baylor and year 2 at Temple than it is year 3, just because at those schools and in those stops, he had played freshman at the beginning, and they got so much playing time. By year 3, they were so experienced. Like, this is year 2 of Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson's first year of starting. Like, there just seems to be more to next year being, and listen, there's still a lot of playing time, and I still think Nebraska gets to 8 or 9 wins this year. But with that being said, like, I think the expectation for what the year 3 Matt Rule bump would look like is more relevant to next season than it is this one.
And there was people that were saying that before the season. They're like, I think Nebraska 2026 is going to be the one that takes that leap and could be chasing a playoff.
Well, they've been saying that since 2019.
Yeah, and there's a lot of words out there, but
Sure.
I think it's going to come down to if Nebraska can just play the right guys, like the right guys have to be on the field at the same time. Like, I don't know if the rotation's right on the defensive line. I don't know if the rotation's right at the second level. You got to get the right 7 guys there to play together, because different things, and those things aren't working.
If you're in Nebraska, the concerning part about it, that's the same conversation that's happening on the other side of the ball
Yes.
now as well. Like, I think about, we didn't talk about this last night, but clearly the most interesting that came out of the Dana Holgorsen press conference from yesterday was we're going to do things on Saturday that you've never seen before.
That was an odd quote.
But I don't think it is, and here's why. Because the one, and Matt Rule talked about this, I think, what was it? It was after the Cincinnati game where they were talking about the adjustments and running that mesh concept, which Dana Holgorsen basically created out of the air raid, right? Is we haven't seen that really consistently. And I think there's a couple of reasons for that. I think they feel like they need to get Ja'Cory Barney down the field more, which I 100% agree with, by the way. But I think they expected Isaiah Mosey to be a little bit further along and developed at this point, just because he was able to do it so well at high school, but doesn't necessarily translate to the next level as well. And also the Janarian Bonner injury, I think, threw a pretty big wrinkle into the equation.
They liked him a lot.
Well, I think they expected him to be able to set the edge in certain situations, whether it be in the H-back or whether it be in the tight end or lining up in the X to crash down and open up that side of the field. And I don't think they feel like they have that guy anywhere else. They probably expected Carter Nelson to be a little bit further along but that's clearly not the case right now. That's a guy that I think you're going to see. I don't want to say a lot, but in certain situations on Saturday, because I feel like they think they need to get that situation to where they can add that wrinkle back into the equation, find a guy that can do that. But when you're still talking in game number 5, week number 6, about we got to find out who the best 5 offensive linemen are and get them out there, that's concerning. And John and I were talking about this last night, because Dana said the exact same thing that he said after the USC game last year, where he was talking about, well, we're having a problem missing holes, and he mentioned running backs by numbers instead of names because he clearly wasn't associated, but he was talking about guys missing holes, not seeing the field, and things like that. Those are the same questions and comments we're still making in week 5 or week 6 of this season.
Yes.
And I don't know, like, listen, it could be more than one thing. But when we're passing the blame, and I don't think that's what Dana Holgorsen was saying, I think he was just being honest, I think it falls in a couple places. It clearly falls in the offensive line, the players to some degree. I think it falls on Donovan Raiola as the offensive line coach to some degree. But I also think it falls on EJ Barthel, who I think gets a lot of pass in these situations because there are other issues in other positions. The main
we talked about coming into the season, like the running back depth, and we talked about what's
that a problem?
Yeah, it was going to be a problem coming in, and guess what? It's shown its head so far.
Absolutely.
Now, going back to the offensive line, I'm interested to see, you talk about getting the right 5 guys up there, but how long of a leash are these guys going to have? Because now, do you move Gunner to the right if Teddy struggles again, or is he's going to?
No, I think Elijah will start at left, and I think Gunner starts at the right. I would be amazed if Prohaska's the starter.
See, that would be interesting though, because Teddy was the only one who didn't get pulled out of those guys, and he hasn't been pulled. So
yeah,
I just don't know who your 5 is going to be, but I think they have to do something. The run game looks way different, and you could say pass pro alone didn't look good against Michigan, but the run game, in the little bit that Pritchett has played left tackle, looks totally different. He is an elite run blocker at that tackle position.
I agree. And it's if he continues to struggle the way he has, and I think it's only going to be a matter of time when you start hearing consistent voices and counts and getting used to it. I think he will get it. But I think it's going to be really interesting if he continues to struggle about the discussion about Mazuka, about Pritchett. Like if we're getting these big time essential targets, like guys that are considered to be big time prospects, and there continues to be an issue with guys transferring. Now Rocco hasn't had any problems, so there's a little bit of there's a little bit of difference there. But you had all the potential off the field issues with Mazuka last year, and the suspension not suspension thing, and then if Pritchett's not able to get there this year, like, does the discussion start to become, okay, are we just targeting the wrong guys, or is there an evaluation problem?
Well, I want to see when they're actually going to develop an offensive line. Like we're bringing on these transfers in, and we haven't developed a single tackle.
So I don't think that. Well, okay, that's fair, but like Justin Evans
he's a baller.
Is very good.
Yes.
And you have those middle three figured out.
Yes.
There just continues to be a problem at tackle. And like, I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody, but like when you look at Teddy Prochazka's body size and style, like it screams guard to me. Like
he's huge.
You know what I mean? Like, and I understand that you want a guy of that size out there playing tackle for obvious reasons. But when you just see the guys that have the twitch to them, that are able to get around guys of that size, and they're not able to catch up from an athletic standpoint, it's no shade at Teddy. It's just how his body works.
Yes.
That I would love to see what he looks like on the inside versus the outside, because I think it would look worlds different.
I think we've been saying that about Turner Corcoran too.
Fair enough, yeah.
I feel like we've recruited all these tackles.
Well, how many times do guys leave Lincoln and go to the NFL and play a different position in the offensive line, and it works out, right?
Nick Gates has played everywhere on the offensive line in the NFL for
exactly.
a long time, and he's got paid a lot of money to do that. So,
speaking of getting paid a lot of money, college football players want to get paid a lot of money to be featured in the EA football game, and they have sold their company to a contingency that's got an interesting way of paying people. We're going to talk about that with Bob Williams of Williams Law when we come back. If you missed the opening segment tonight, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Aloe Fiber. From Nebraska neighborhoods across the state, it's clear there is no place like Nebraska. Just like so many of us, Aloe has called Nebraska home since 2003. Born and raised right here in the Cornhusker State, sharing proud traditions of agriculture, athletics, education, and community, just like game day traditions. Brings us together season after season. Aloe brings people together by connection. Go to aloefiber.com/Husker Radio and sign up for their services, whether it be internet, TV, or mobile. They're the official internet provider of Husker Athletics. Bob Williams of Williams Law joins us next. We come back on 1620 The Zone. Hey, but it's Jimmy Allen here for Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Jerry Ryan's centrally located on 78th and Dodge. You know the place, you know the space, and now it's time to know the fall gear lineup that they have for you, whether it be Mizzen and Main, Johnny O, or Roan. They've got great polos. They're going to fit you. They're going to go through the wash. They're going to be nice and soft. Walk in there. They have touch me signs on the clothes for a reason, because once you get your hands on a Johnny O polo, you're not going to want to put it back on the rack. Now, listen. Got your top half taken care of. Let's get the bottom half taken care of. The new pants from Brax are available. The most comfortable dress pants you're ever going to be in are from Brax, and they're available now at 78th and Dodge with the all-fall lineup. Check out Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. They've been dressing Omaha for over 50 years.
Your Omaha area forecast, presented by Bellevue Berry and Pumpkin Ranch, from the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Partly sunny, breezy, and very warm into the early evening. Partly cloudy tonight. We should see lows drop back into the lower 60s. And then mostly sunny, breezy, and very warm on Thursday. Look for a high reaching the upper 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV Newswatch 7.
When your home fills up with family, Aloe Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Aloe Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Aloe at 866-481-2556 or visit aloefiber.com.
Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with Trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
Are you dreaming of your business dominating local Google searches, drawing in customers effortlessly? Look no further. I'm Courtney, the Google gal from Pixel Fire Marketing. Need assistance with your Google business profile? From verification to getting more reviews, fixing maps to tackling annoying Google calls? I've got you covered. Your profile sets you apart and ensures you're the top choice for local customers. Visit fixmygbp.com for our $297 special offer. Visit fixmygbp.com for more details.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at pyramidroof.com. Never settle for less.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/radio to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more, 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio. HIMS.com/RADIO.
Listen to Against the Spread with Kevin Todd and Randy Rosenblum, two of the nation's top sports handicappers. They turn outcomes into incomes. Against the Spread, Saturday morning from 8:30 to 9 and Sunday morning from 10 to 10:30 on 1620 The Zone.
Are you a go-getter with a passion for helping local businesses succeed? I'm Stacey McElligott, Director of Sales at NRG Media, and we're on the hunt for a rockstar multimedia account executive to join our team. If you thrive in a fast-paced, exciting environment, love building relationships, and enjoy creating innovative solutions that drive results, we want to meet you. As a multimedia account executive, you'll collaborate with local businesses to craft creative strategies that make a lasting impact on our community. Ready to level up your career? Apply today at nrgmedia.com and click on careers.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
.620 on a Wednesday night here on 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Bellevue University. Keep up to date on all the championship action happening on Bellevue's campus by downloading the BU Bruins app to your smartphone. Tonight at 6:15 on a Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means our guy Bobby Law, Bob Williams of Williams Law, is in studio with us tonight. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Antitrust Wednesday, is that what we're going to start calling it?
So we'll probably just change the name of the show to.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah, great to see you too, man. EA Sports, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. EA Sports has been sold, and one of the biggest conglomerates to be a part of the purchase is the same group that Turkey Al-Sheikh, we're familiar with, obviously from Bud Crawford's promotion, and the Saudi contingency are a part of this buyout. Now, obviously, they've already got their hands in a ton of different stuff. They just paid, I think it was north of $50 million for WrestleMania 43.
Yep.
Or 53, excuse me. And obviously, Terrence Crawford's promotion and with Canelo Alvarez, they've got the 3 other Canelo Alvarez fights still to go. They've got a part of one of the franchises in the Premier League. Stop me if I need to stop there. They've got a ton of stuff going on. But the reason this is interesting is because of EA Sports' involvement in college sports, and with specifically the NCAA football game in which they are paying name, image, and likeness to athletes. Now, my question is, if these athletes are getting paid by standardized American law, how does that roll over to outside payment from a third-party country? And does that kind of negate the rules?
Well, I don't think it negates the rules, but if you don't look at the playing field, essentially, you've got a $55 billion acquisition here. You've got
that was with a B, folks.
Yes. Wow. PIF, the Public Investment Fund, the Saudi Fund, in conjunction with Silver Lake Infinity Partners. And when you're looking at an acquisition of this size that does affect an American company, Congress can get involved to a degree, but they do not have the same, I guess, legs or authority they would if this was being sold on the open market to a U.S. based company. Now, Congress can still get involved and try to affect public policy and how this looks to the public. And the president could potentially try to get involved and interfere. And if he wanted to object to this and stomp it out, he could. But guess what? Jared Kushner is a major partner in the Affinity Partner Group. So
that's
we
not
know
happening.
that's not going to happen. But back to your earlier question. So the NIL collective that's being enforced by the College Sports Commission, the arbiter of third-party deals, it would still come in through the same process. And really, unless there's something that affects whether or not these athletes would be paid fair market value, or that it's not for a valid business purpose, I don't think that there would be much of a change. Now, I think the real question is, would PIF or this conglomerate, under this Vision 2030 group, is what this is. This is a basically a changing of public perception that they're seeking, which is understandable considering where they've come from, even the Lived Golf acquisition, etc.
Oh, I left that one out, didn't I?
And there's a bunch more. I mean, there's the way they're trying to market themselves in the next 5 to 10 years as a public partner for youth and sports and things like that. As a public makeover is a pretty grand scale, something we've never seen in the history of humankind. But back to your original question with the NIL, the question I would have is, why would EA want to? So right now, I think the partner players, college players, get paid, what is it, approximately $1,500? Is that right?
It's 500 for the game.
I think it's been up this year. I could be wrong, but I thought it was closer to 12 or $1,500. Either way, it's not tantamount to a huge sum of money. What benefit would EA or the new group have to up that amount? Because
$1,500, good call. You're right.
Is it 15? Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think that there's going to be more eyeballs on the game, more purchases of the game if those players are paid more across the board? I don't know if that is or not. And if it's pursuit of a lawful business purpose under fair market value, is the fair market value of their names change just because this group purchased?
I think there's
them?
there's got to be that debate, right? Because
Sure.
I mean, they're clearly look at the money they threw at Canelo Alvarez to fight Terrence Crawford. Look at the money they just threw at the WWE. Look at the money they're investing into the Premier League and Live Golf. And I kind of wonder how much the effort from EA Sports to get the football game back into the fold was to get an acquisition like this, because their portfolio clearly looks a lot higher with college football in the repertoire.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not just college football 26. I mean, you're talking Madden, you're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got their hands in
NFL,
everything.
NBA, Formula One, soccer, former FIFA. What are they call
Yeah,
it?
the FIFA, EA, FIFA
FC
20.
something?
Yeah. They've got so many brands, and it'll be interesting to see now with more money. Do the games change? Like, are they going to be able to get different developers? Are they going to be on brand?
That is a really good question, because they've got Apex Legends, Battlefield, Sims, Need for Speed. I mean, the catalog goes on forever,
Yes.
even beyond the sports portfolio.
The Sims are still a thing.
Kids
come on,
still
Jimmy,
enjoy
you're
that.
wearing-
All right.
You guys can't see it, but Jimmy's wearing his Sims shirt right now.
Hey, FIFA is now called EA Sports FC. By the way.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
When we talk about the antitrust of it all, though, like, if collective bargaining is the thing that keeps getting thrown around with NIL. Like,
Yes.
if the player is going to be able to do that, and I think there's a notable point to make here that the football game comes back and it jumps from $500 to $600 by the time that the end of the discussion is had, right? Like, the original number thrown out was everybody's going to get $500. It jumped to $600 before the season even ended, right? Everybody got that additional $100 kickback. And then in the second year, it more than doubles by jumping from $600 to $1,500. And if we're having the fair market discussion, there's probably I don't know if concern's the right word, but probably a discussion being had of what's the next payment look like.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's fair.
Well, and the reason it's fair is because the players are probably, and listen, if I'm a college football player right now, I'm watching how many of these games are being sold, especially if I'm a sophomore, junior, senior, because the next time it rolls over, you can go back and have the fair market discussion, because look how many games are being sold. I'm a part of that reason. This is why my number needs to go up, and that's the fair market discussion you're going to have with the CSE.
Well, in addition to the fair market thing, I know when this game came out, they said that based on which teams are used the most, that's how much more money you can get in NIL.
Sure.
So when
it should be, by the way.
Yeah. So if you're having that fair market discussion for college football 26, you want to see if your team's being used the most. And I don't know if you have the same value if you're Arch Manning versus, you know, somebody who plays at
Starting
Toledo
quarterback for Tulsa.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes with fair market value.
But that's the discussion we've been having about the whole antitrust thing since the beginning and all the Title IX discussion, because if it's the previous stature of not paying for play was because the value of a scholarship for a left tackle is the same thing as a pole vaulter, right? And they had the same exact value attached to it. But the reason they've been able to kind of skate around the Title IX of it all is you could point at the billion-dollar conglomerate that college football is and go, that's the driving number, and that's why you can value this more than that, because at certain schools, football does drive in more revenue than the water polo team. All of them do. But that's where I think it's going to be interesting, because the fair market value is what people are willing to pay for it. And to say that every single starting center in college football is worth the same amount because they all play the same sport, whether it be in Akron or Columbus, is very different.
Yes.
I would agree. But I also, I wonder how they came to what that fair market value, or what we're using as the term, at least fair market value initially.
Because it more than doubled.
Is that just a number that EA says, well, based off our current market share, our current portfolio pre-sale, here's what we think's affordable to us to pay these players to use their name, image, and likeness based off our years of producing this game, and $500, $600, or $1,200 or $1,500 per person. Beyond that is beyond our means, and we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot, and we're not getting our returns on it. Yes, that landscape behind closed doors for this new fund that's
an interesting has point.
Changed. And so I think we may have to redefine what fair market value is in this instant. And I don't know if this is a very singular, standalone case of first impression, if you will, instance for fair market value. And I don't know how you get comps for it.
Yeah, and I thought it was really interesting and strategic by EA Sports to go from the model of the cover that they had last year with, you know, obviously the three players with Quinn Ewers, Travis Hunter, and it's the running back from Michigan's name. I can't think of his name.
Blake Corum?
No, number 7.
Yep.
What's his name?
I can't even think of it off the top of my head now.
Because he had a really bad senior year.
Yeah.
Donovan Edwards?
Yes,
Donovan
that's the
Edwards.
one.
Thank you.
That's
we got
one.
there. Only took 3 sports guys to figure that out. But I thought it was really interesting that they went from those 3 guys on the cover this year to mascots and fans and coaches. And I wonder how much of that is to try to balance out hey, it's more than just the players making the revenue, and look at all the pageantry, and they're on the cover for a reason. And I think that was purposely done to try to divert the cost going up, because when you put players on the cover, they're selling the game, right?
But that the players also had the choice to be in the game. Like,
true.
If you didn't want to be in the game, and that's what Arch Manning, he tried to hold out. He was like the first NIL college football 25 holdout was, I know I'm worth more than the left tackle at Toledo.
Still feel that way, Arch?
Yeah, I don't maybe not so much now, but you know, they have the choice. So I think if you're setting the market value, I don't know how much leverage they have, because they'll just tell you, okay, then you're not in the game.
Well, and if you're looking at market value, even on a broader scale, you're looking at how that's impacting sales worldwide, not just U.S. sales, North American sales, European sales for sports that are greater than just North American sports. They're looking to ingratiate themselves to their own population. I read a statistic that 70% of the Saudi population is under the age of 35.
Wow.
It's the generation of YouTube and cell phones and social media. And they're going with these promotional ideals, enhanced global imaging through cultural soft power. They're trying to show that we're a kinder, gentler, sports-laden, entertainment-laden. They want to be
the word they use is progressive.
Yes.
Yeah. If you watch
sports,
if you watch a WWE pay-per-view based out of Saudi Arabia, they just tell you how progressive the city of Jeddah is. Very progressive. It's progressive, by the way. In case you're wondering, it's very progressive. They
good.
Not just a soup anymore.
You are also helping people out all across the city of Omaha and the state of Nebraska, whether it be DUIs, kids underage getting in trouble, and family law as well. Can you tell people about why they should head over to WilliamsLawLLC.com tonight and who your ideal client is?
Well, I provide no fee consultations, and anything I discuss with my clients is confidential, whether or not they hire me. I very often actually encourage people to explore other options, and if they come back to me, so be it. And I'd really like to help people out. I try to give them very sage advice out of the gate and point them in the right direction. And if they're able to hire my services, we have a complete suite of services we do offer clients within about a 100-mile radius of Omaha, including federal court for drug charges, traffic charges, any type of charges that you could encumber. And again, give me a call anytime, 402-522-6317.
Can also head over to WilliamsLawLLC.com. Get a free, no obligation legal consultation tonight as well. Mike Delaware is in for John Schreiner. That doesn't stop us from calling our shot. We call our shot. You'll get the picks in. We'll also post them on Twitter. We come back here at 16.
Mike, do you ever get the Johnny Utah reference? I mean, from your name, since it brings Johnny Utah to me from Point Break.
No, I have never got Johnny Utah.
Okay.
Well, that's called
maybe it's just me.
That's called ruining the perfect outro. We'll be right back on 1620 The Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for the greatest brunch spot in the metro. It's Railcar. Stop by 144th in Blondo. Happy hour all week long, 2:30 to 6. Appetizers starting as low as $2. Plus $1 off all draft beers in the entire joint. All cocktails classic cocktails starting at $8. Regular cocktails and signature cocktails at $10. Every single glass of wine is $2 off. Head over to Railcar, 144th in Blondo tonight.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all. And full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters. And the family can always feel at home. Put the game on. And don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
If you're looking for an authentic Italian experience, look no further than Pasta Amore. For 4 decades, Pasta Amore has been keeping the spark alive for couples in the Omaha area with their homemade pasta, made fresh every day. Our hand-picked selection of exceptional wines will put the nightcap on your evening that you expect. Open every day at 4. Stop by Pasta Amore in Rockbrook Village and enjoy dining in a romantic dining room or relax on our shaded patio.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
6:36 on a Wednesday night here at 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Bellevue University. Head over to bellevue.edu. Register for classes. You can become a Bruin as early as this winter. Mike Delaware in for John Schreiner tonight. I'm Jimmy Allen. That handsome devil behind the keys tonight is Dan Campen. At 402-951-1620 to weigh in on anything we're talking about tonight. Don't forget to follow the show at After Hours 1620 as well. I'm changing the name. This is no longer Call Your Shot. It's the chase for second place. I am dominating you guys. These standings right now. Jimmy Allen, firmly in first place with 65 points. That hack job, John Schreiner, who invented the game, 39 points. And the latecomer, Dan Campen, coming from the back of the pack, currently at 29 points. You also can get on the action. For anybody that's just joining us for this time, this is Call Your Shot. We're going to give you 7 games against the spread this week, and get your picks into Call Your Shot 1620 at gmail.com. The winner for the season, that's right, it's going to be all year long. The winner for the season will win 2 tickets to a game of great significance the day after Thanksgiving, somewhere around these parts. If you think about it hard enough, you could probably figure it out. But congratulations to Tyrell Moeller, who is currently in first place of all of our listeners. I think he's just piggybacking off me, which Tyrell, great call, because he had the same exact picks I had last week, and it's clearly working out for him. But every week that you get it in, if you are the winner that week, you will win yourself an After Hours T-shirt as well. So there's reasons to play all season long. We'll post on social media. We'll post the games here shortly. We'll give them to you now, and Mike will let you get your picks. You're not picking for John. You're picking for yourself.
Okay, I'm picking
so
for
if
myself.
you suck, we get to make fun of you while you're not here.
But if I do really good, can I give all my picks to John?
You can. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
there you go.
We'll caveat that. So if John also sucks again this week, but Mike does better, we'll just give you him your points.
There you go.
He doesn't feel so bad about himself, because he probably should. The games this week starting.
I just want to put this out there because I know our valiant co-host John Schreiner, he'll never let that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He'll be like, no, I like my lumps, and I'm taking my lumps.
Okay, good.
And I like making fun of him for it. So the games this week. So I'm just updating the graphic for us. We'll get that up in social media in just a second here. Starting in the Big 12, Iowa State at Cincinnati. The Bearcats, who famously lost to Nebraska this year, 1.5 point favorites at home. Skyline Chili or Visha Week? Who you got?
I'm taking the Iowa State. They are like the most underrated team in college football. They should probably be in the top 10 right now. I'm not even an Iowa State homer or anything like that, but they've got the most Power 5 wins right now.
They've also got one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, and I know they just lost both of their corners or safeties for the year.
Yeah,
but I don't think that really matters. Matt Campbell, he coaches a good program. I think they will win the game outright. And
okay.
Yes, I not only are they going to cover, they're going to win. So.
Dan Campion?
Campbell's is a good soup. Campbell's an even better coach.
A lot of soup talk this week.
Love soup.
It's
getting to be soup season. Don't talk to me. I'm going into soup mode. And I'm also taking Iowa State. I like the Cyclones against Cincinnati. I hear all the noise about Brendan Sorsby, and I say phooey.
You guys made some very valiant points. I appreciate your takes. They are incorrect.
Oh.
Cincinnati wins this game by 3 or more points because of the point you made. Iowa State secondary, albeit very good, very banged up and has some new parts to it. And I think the Cincinnati offense is going to be able to take them apart and make some plays. And Brendan Sorsby in the run game is actually the difference in this game. Give me the Bearcats to cover and win by 3 or more, actually. We talked about this a little bit ago with Arch Manning. Number 9, Texas, is a 6.5 point favorite on the road against Billy Napier's Florida Gators. And this is an SEC game. People forget. This is a conference game. People
forget. A conference game.
I was going to give you my pick, but I'll go last. Go ahead and give me yours.
Okay, what was the
Texas 6.5 on the road in the Swamp?
6.5 at the Swamp. I think they cover.
2:30 kickoff.
Yeah, I think they cover. I think the Billy Napier experience isn't going so hot, and I think Texas covers, even though I don't think Arch is very good.
Okay, Dan Campion.
The right team is favored. I believe that it will be Texas, simply due to the fact that DJ Lagway, expletive, is very bad at football.
Yes.
I trust in Arch Manning. I believe that he is the future of the NFL, and I believe that he is the future of Texas football.
Wow. You should have saved that for the trash take at the end of the show, right?
That's one opinion.
Maybe.
The run game for Texas is the difference in this one. Leave your Arch Manning comments at home. It's not going to matter. Texas is just the better team. I think Florida is going to quit halfway through this game on Saturday. Give me Texas to roll. Redemption time for Kalen DeBoer. Famously, the Vanderbilt Commodores dug up their goalpost, threw it in a river at the end of this game last year in celebration of beating Alabama in their barn. This one is in Tuscaloosa. Number 16, Vanderbilt, something I didn't think I'd say since James Franklin left. At number 10, Alabama in Tuscaloosa, tied 10.5 point favorite. Who you got?
Roll Tide.
10.5. Okay.
10.5. I think they're going to dominate Vanderbilt.
Dan Campion?
Like one Willie down in Alabama says, I don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide. Alabama is going to take this one very easily. Kalen DeBoer is unhappy with the way that last year went, and he wants to prove that Diego Pavia is
Poverty.
A big mouth.
I've been telling you since before the season started. Go ahead and book your flight to New York because Diego Pavia is going to be in the Heisman finals.
Oh, gosh.
They don't win this game, but they cover, and he has a couple big plays. Give me Vanderbilt to cover in this game. Boise State is getting a big number heading to touchdown Jesus. The Broncos at Notre Dame this weekend as a 20.5-point underdog. Who do you got?
I'll just roll with Notre Dame there. I think
they beat Arkansas by 9,000 points. So that's an understatement.
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet. Jimmy's and Joe's.
Sure.
Yeah, and Freeman's a great coach. So Notre Dame all day.
Great. Are we putting Marcus Freeman as a great coach already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Went to a natty. Well, didn't win, but
yeah.
So did Sonny Dykes. How you feeling about him these days?
Touche.
You remember Gene Chizik? Dan, what do you got?
Touchdown Jesus, gold helmets, leprechauns, the letter N, the letter D. Notre Dame is going to cover extremely easy.
Yeah, I think they absolutely roll. Boise State's just not the team that they were last year. Believe it or not, Ashton Junty may have been really good at football.
Yeah.
It might be hard to believe. Number 3, Miami, in one of the very few top 25 on top 25 matchups this week is a 4.5-point favorite at Florida State after losing to Virginia. Canes, Knowles, who you got?
I think Florida State bounces back. I think they cover. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they cover.
Okay.
And Tony White has his redemption game.
Dan Campion.
Miami, please.
The wrong team is favored in this one. Give me Florida State to reverse cover and get a more than a touchdown win over their bitter rivals in state. Michigan State at why does he keep doing this? We're gonna do this later. Dan, no, we can't even do this. We're gonna leave Michigan State, Nebraska off for later. You can get your picks in still at callyourshot1620 at gmail.com. But we'll go on to the last game that we have listed. Number 24, Virginia, off that win over those Florida State Seminoles, are a big dog at Louisville. Jeff Brom and the Cardinal favor 7.5 points. Who you got?
I think just keep riding the Virginia train, man. I mean, I think they showed they were pretty decent against Florida State, and I think they cover.
Hung 46 points.
Yeah, I think they cover. I don't know if they win, but they cover.
Dan?
I, too, would like Virginia. It was a big surprise last week that they got at Florida State so hard.
Surprise. Yeah.
And I kind of like Mike's thinking there. Just keep riding the train. Virginia's probably going to show up.
Massive letdown spot here, and I think it delivers. Give me Louisville. It's a extended week for the Cardinals, but I don't think that's going to matter. They've got a weird situation where they got to play Washington State next week. They obviously got up at home last week. They have to travel this week to Kentucky. Give me Louisville to win by at least 10 points. I like the Cardinal there. Those are our picks. Get your picks in at callyourshot1620 at gmail.com. This segment was brought to you by our friends at Controlled Comfort Heating and Air. It's fall outside. You know what that means? You need to get the maintenance done on your HVAC unit. Be prepared so you're not hanging out with old man winter in your living room when that time rolls around. Check out controlledcomfort.com. Set up a maintenance appointment. Have peace of mind about your furnace this winter. We'll be right back. We're going to tell you what's trending on social media. We come back on 1620 The Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for AX Plumbing. Home or residential, they can do it all. They've done it for me. They put a urinal in my business. They've also replaced a wax ring under a toilet in my upstairs bathroom at my house. They've water jetted my entire line out to the main street. We haven't had a single water backup since that's been done. If you have constant plumbing problems but not a big plumbing budget, you need to head over to axpservice.com. Work with a locally owned plumber right here in Papillion like AX Plumbing. Check them out at axpservice.com and work with Nick and the crew tonight.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot field house featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
At Timber, they don't just give you a place to go for lunch or dinner. They give you an experience from their bold, smoky flavors prepared in the open concept kitchen where you get to watch the magic happen to the relaxing umbrella-shaded patio. There's something for everyone at Timber. Join them for brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9:30 to 2, plus happy hour from 2 to 5:30 Monday through Saturday, and 2 to close on Sunday. Timberwood Fire Bistro in the heart of Omaha at 84th and Pacific.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the Tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Life is unpredictable, with seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner. You can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today. Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
Dallas Pumpkin Patch and Apple Orchard has something fun for all ages. Visit the foam ball play area called the Egg Scramble and play in the Prairie Hill town. Have a slice of country fun and pie fresh from the oven, along with our kettle corn, giant turkey legs, cones of warm mini chocolate chip cookies, and fried chicken. Dallas has over 50 attractions, live shows, and 8 rides included with admission. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, September 5th through November 2nd near Gretna, Nebraska.
Get the SUV or crossover you love and never pay a dock fee. Only at Baxter Ford. That's right, pay for the vehicle, not the paperwork. Save on our incredible selection of new Ford SUVs and crossovers. Bronco, Bronco Sport, Expedition, Explorer, Escape, and Edge. And shop with confidence, knowing you'll never pay a dock fee. Experience our helpful way to buy a car, with no handoffs, no hassles, and absolutely no hidden fees. Shop now at BaxterFord.com.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Put a bow on the first hour of the After Hours Lounge, brought to you by Bellevue University. Download the BU Bruins app to your smartphone to keep up to date on all the championship action happening on Bellevue's campus. Mike Delaware in for John Schreiner tonight. Dan Campinen has the social media soundbite for us this evening. Dana, what do we got?
Real quick, I do want to address one of the questions in the chat.
Okay.
Cap, I'm doing well, and I also ding very well at times when I'm looking up the social media soundbite.
Shout out to the night shift. Don't forget to punch in for the night shift and give us your thoughts on anything we're talking about.
A little bit behind the music or behind the producing of a radio show.
Behind the Campinen?
Behind the camp. I like that. Jimmy did not let me write buy or sell tonight, specifically because you're in, Mike.
Oh,
and
wow.
he knows that I'm going to veer off into topics that no one cares about.
You got any thoughts on Asia Wilson or the next golf outing?
You know what? This is actually perfect.
Words. Exactly.
Do you have thoughts on this?
How versed are you on WNBA beef?
You know, let me put it this way. There's Caitlin Clark.
There is.
And then there's everything else.
Well, there's Angel Reese.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. say that. That's a brand.
Name 5 WNBA players.
There you go. There's my two. Yeah, I know
that's how this conversation is going to go. I'm just warning you.
Yeah, I know they're
perfectly fine
working
with
on
that.
their CBA or whatever,
Sure.
and
They are indeed.
yeah,
It's not going well.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
know what?
tough.
I think you'll be interested by this story. Dan, can you explain to Mike and maybe the other than the 8 people that care, what exactly is happening here?
Yes. So basically what ended up happening, the short version of it is the Minnesota Lynx got eliminated from the playoffs in what could only be described as a partially brutal fashion, with their head coach getting kicked out of the game.
Because she went off.
Yeah,
It was actually awesome.
She basically like mother effed the refs, and actually on the way out of the stands,
He didn't need the word basically in there, by the way.
well, she like mother effed the whole stadium as she was walking out, and they
And then-
said that's not okay. And after the game, she basically said, "This is referee malpractice, and we should actually look into this and hire better refs for the WNBA."
and,
and
then,
they said,
and then Mother F, the commissioner of the league.
Yeah.
Wow.
and they said, "Well, you're not going to coach Game 4
Yeah.
when their star is out, who
Yeah.
is Nafisa Collier."
Oh
who-
yeah, my favorite player.
That is who Asia
Famous.
Wilson is referring to in that clip, because the next day, season's over, you have postseason media availability to say, "Hey, thanks, for being here, for covering the team." Nafisa Collier said, "You know what?
How much of that bridge is left that I can burn?
I will take questions, but I have basically a 5-minute long statement that I'm going to read before this, where she basically, in the politest of terms, said, I don't like what the WNBA is doing right now. Here are all of the private conversations that I have had with Kathy Engelbert and all of the things that she has said about this league, about Caitlin Clark having to be grateful that she is in the WNBA
Right.
to get her off-court endorsements, not like she was popular before that. or
Never.
whatever.
I wish she'd have played basketball somewhere
Never
else.
heard of her. And a lot of it stemmed from the fact that rookies in the league only get paid $75,000 a year.
That includes Caitlin Clark.
And she basically pointed out, like Caitlin, Paige, Angel, like all 3 of them are worth a lot more money than $75,000.
Right.
And she said they should kiss my feet
Well,
that we even put them in this league.
in an era of name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
I
Read
believe
the room.
Yeah, I believe they're just capitalizing on their name, image, and
Sure.
likeness
Well, actually, the WNBA is capitalizing on it.
as well. Yeah,
If
they
you
are
don't-
as
if
well.
if you don't give 2 rips about the WNBA, as the many people are messaging me right now, go watch this interview though, because you're going to be entertained. It was great.
Yeah, I retweeted it from my Twitter account at Dan's the Manager last night. I will retweet it again tonight because I also have to retweet the WNBA commissioner statement. Yeah, Kathy came out, said something. Kathy went on the front porch and said, "I have the utmost respect for Nafisa Collier and all the players in the WNBA."
I'm reading this off of a card, and I need to make sure that I get this politically correct.
Yes, together
Yes.
we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we continue to elevate the game. I am disheartened by how Nafisa characterized our conversations and league leadership, but even when our perspectives differ,
mad she spilled
my
tea, so
commitment
that
to the players and to this work will not waver.
That's her way of saying, I'd really like to continue to be the commissioner of this league, and I really hope what I actually feel doesn't actually get outed. And I hope there are text messages with receipts on it. That's what that actually translates to.
And if you want to know how big this situation has gotten, Stephen A. Smith, who is generally on the side of, I like people who have money to pay me more money because I want as much money as I can possibly have, said, Kathy Engelbert, if you don't resign in
yeah, she's saving her job.
the
She's
next
trying to save
couple
her job.
days, you're going to have heck to pay.
Hey, that was the social media soundbite. If you missed it, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Pixel Fire Marketing. If your business needs help with social media marketing, website design, or online advertising, pixelfiremarketing.com is here to help. Their social media experts will ignite your social media presence, entice your ideal client, and engage your business online. Check out pixelfiremarketing.com for more details tonight. We buy or sell on the NFL on the other side of the break. 1620 Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for Paul Davis Restoration. We all know that seasonal storms are going to continue to affect us before the temperatures drop outside. If you get some water damage in your house, maybe some mold builds up in the basement, whatever it may be, unfortunately, maybe you have the worst day of your life and your house is caught on fire, Paul Davis will be here to restore your home. Save this number if you don't need it tonight. You're going to need it at some point. 402-553-0373. It may be the worst day of your life when you have to call them It'll be the best day of your life after you get off the phone. Paul Davis will come out and restore your biggest investment, your home, to the way it was. It's Paul Davis Restoration, 402-553-0373. Give him a call tonight.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Life is unpredictable, with seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner. You can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
KOZ and Bellevue, Omaha, Council Bluffs. This is 1620, The Zone.
It's the top of the second hour. Hey, kudos to Dan Campion. 2 nights in a row. We're hitting the top of the hour right on the mark. So, some people call you the MVP of energy media for a reason, right?
We're doing good.
Second hour is brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Over a decade of being #1 in Omaha doesn't happen by accident. Head over to PyramidRoof.com. Get a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. They can do it all. Check out PyramidRoof.com tonight. I have taken the duties. Dan Campion does so much at such a mediocre rate. I took the duties of writing buy or sell tonight, which we have.
Just really wants to talk about this football thing that everyone's so obsessed
baby.
with.
Hey, thank God.
Burrow, Lamar, Purdy, J.J. McCarthy, Justin Fields, Jaden Daniels, all injured. Buy or sell, the NFL has a quarterback problem right now.
A massive quarterback problem. Anybody watch the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday?
That's a problem.
Did you enjoy your time? Probably not. But listen, I mean, even the youngsters, like, this is kind of what this is what happens when you kind of hinge your league on one position, which is totally understandable because it's the hardest position to play in sports. But when you build up all the stars to be in one position, you just have a year like this. This happens like once a decade where you just have all these injuries pile up with the quarterback. You're gonna see a decline in the overall play. You're also gonna see a decline in the overall star power, and that's a problem the NFL has right now.
Hey,
I buy.
I buy it, but it's one of those things too. Best ability is availability.
Sure.
And some of these guys that are getting hurt don't normally get hurt. So that kind of sucks.
Flip side of that is Joe Burrow's been getting hurt a lot.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
that's not great for the Bengals or the NFL.
He
or
is
Jamar Chase.
Andrew Luck of 2025.
They got to get that offensive line figured out. I'm worried about Zach Taylor. I don't know if if Burrow's not available by week 8. I don't know if he's going to be able
Are
to
they going to call Jameis Winston? That's just like, why not go get the third string quarterback from the Giants? Like, what did we do?
I think they feel like they're probably not going to be good either way because of their offensive line.
It's true.
So you're going to have to pay that veteran price for him. So I don't think they do. I think, I mean, listen, this is one of the few leagues that you get rewarded no matter what for sucking with the draft pick you get. So it may be in their best interest, especially if they're going to move on from a head coach to they're clearly not going to quarterback, but if you can get yourself a franchise offensive tackle, they clearly need it.
But if I was Zach Taylor, I'd be like, I need a quarterback in here now.
Right.
Because he wants to save his job, right?
You got to get the franchise front office to agree with you, right?
Yes.
Buy, sell, where you at?
I sell just from the perspective that this just has to happen at some point.
Right. It's
the
flow
NFL
of the
can't
market.
always be healthy, especially at you said, the hardest position in sports.
Think about all the names we just gave you. You still got Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes that are perfectly healthy. Justin Herbert, and
let's not forget that while Travis Kelce may be dating a Taylor Swift, Justin Herbert is perchance dating a hotter woman. And no one is focusing on that at all right
Shaming Taylor Swift. How dare you, Dan? Who's Justin Herbert dating? I don't know.
Madison Beard.
Yeah, she's
I don't know who
she's
that is.
okay.
I don't know who it is.
She apparently makes music. I have never heard a song from her on the radio, so I don't know what that's all about.
Seen pictures of her on the internet.
I understand your guys' thought process now.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, the losing of Joe Burrow is hard for all the Joe Burrow honks out there.
Honk honk.
Especially the lady honks.
Is he better than what we got? Sorry, go
ahead. I didn't have anything for you.
I forgot what that was referencing for a second. And then I went,
That was Scott Frost talking about Joe Burrow.
All right.
Oh,
just,
that one.
Just kidding, Adrian.
Oh.
As we discussed briefly last night, Dylan Gabriel will start for the Browns again. To avoid talking about Deion's son, I'm going to ask about Joe Flacco.
How big of you, Dan?
Buy or sell the Browns can ever turn back to the old man again if young Dylan struggles.
I buy. Listen, this is kind of the narrative about when you have that veteran quarterback. He's still getting a paycheck, so if they need him, they're going to go back to him. Yeah, I hate this narrative. Do I think they'll turn to Shedeur? Probably not before Flacco, but if you have a situation where Dylan Gabriel goes out there and clearly isn't ready, you go back to Flacco and he lays an egg. Only one more option, right?
Right. I would buy that Joe Flacco is the quarterback number 2. If Dylan gets hurt, Joe Flacco is coming in that football game.
I'm going to go as far as saying Joe Flacco will start a game for the Browns again this season.
Yeah, I mean he led them to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean his doppelganger is the head coach, so that helps.
Sucks though.
They're not good.
Yeah.
They're definitely not good. But
name 5 Browns players that aren't quarterbacks.
I can name 5 Browns players.
Go ahead.
Jerome Ford.
Yep.
We've got Myles Garrett.
I was going to say you missed the easiest one on the gate. That's fine.
Jerry Jeudy.
There's 3.
Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel.
No, you can't say quarterbacks.
No quarterbacks. Okay.
Man, have anybody seen how beat up the Browns roster is right now?
David
Njoku, I think, is still there.
Yep.
And
there's another easy one.
There's another easy one.
Yeah.
Easy one. I don't know. I'm having you put this microphone in front of me and I just have this ultimate brain fart.
Isaiah Bond is also
there. Oh, Isaiah Bond.
Yeah. So I was thinking just fantasy point reason. I mean,
that's what
Isaiah
I was
McGuire's there.
I kind of avoid those players in fantasy though, because they're not very good.
Because they play for the Browns.
Yes,
fair enough.
100%.
Okay. All right, Dan, next question.
To college football this
the Browns and the WNBA. Welcome to the after hours.
Gosh.
Only 2 ranked on ranked matchups this weekend in college football. Vandy at Bama and Miami at Florida State. Buy or sell, this is a weak college football slate this weekend.
I still think it's a pretty good week. I mean, listen, there's a ton of storylines going into this. I think Memphis is incredibly intriguing to talk about. They're a 20.5-point favorite this week. I think the discussion around them, obviously being the group of 5 representative, is always going to be out there. So I think they're going to be must-watch TV for that reason. I think they're going to beat Tulsa by 947 points, but that's neither here nor there. The other team that I'm really intrigued by is Old Dominion. They're also a 20.5-point favorite this week, and they got Coastal Carolina coming to town.
That's a random game.
But there's so many, like, this is where you get the lull. You think you're getting the lull, and upsets start to happen. I think that's going to be this weekend. I think there's going to be a couple of games that catch you off guard this week. And it's not going to be UCLA beating Penn State. Spoiler alert.
But that's not happening.
But listen, I mean, our Air Force and Navy play too. I think Kansas State and Baylor is an intriguing matchup. Who's the bigger dumpster fire? Clemson and North Carolina. I mean, there's still a lot of good storylines this week in college football. There's going to be bad football for good reasons this weekend.
I'm going to sell because college football is the best sport in the world.
Agreed.
And I can sit and watch any college football game
also,
on
we get
Saturday.
West Virginia BYU on Friday.
Yes. And I mean, you open up again with that Iowa State Cincinnati game. That's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
And then, of course, we're going to go see what Nebraska's made of against Michigan State at 3:00. And I know it's just like, it's a great day. It's the best sport in the world. And that's why we play Maction in the middle of the week, because it is the best sport in the world.
You know who I like against the spread this weekend that wasn't in Call Your Shot, and I was super disappointed? How much do you think Michigan's going to beat Wisconsin by? The line, 17.5.
I don't know. With a backup quarterback, where Wisconsin's playing a backup quarterback. Yeah, I think it could get out of hand.
That's what you think, right?
Yeah.
Badgers cover. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Dan, what do you got?
Speaking of the greatest sport in the world, thank you, Mike, for that good transition. College football. Don't look now. Oklahoma is number 5 in the greatest poll ever made, and the only poll that should ever matter, the AP poll. I have been forced to say that by the powers that be. Buy or sell, Brent Venables' job is 100% safe now.
Sure as hell feels like it. I mean, obviously, you just mentioned the backup quarterback in Madison, but John Mateer out in Norman is going to be a storyline in its own right. I mean, when you got Kent State coming to town, who Oklahoma has this week, 45.5-point favorite. That number might not be high enough. I think Oklahoma without John Mateer still roll because Kent State sucks. But they got Texas next week, and they've got to get this offense figured out. But, yeah, I mean, the only way you're not safe is if you lose to Texas, and then all bets are off, right? But you win that game, Brent Venables might get a statue.
But I don't know if are they going to have Mateer for that Texas game?
No, he's not back to possibly Ole Miss.
I don't.
And honestly, he might not be back to Alabama.
Yeah, I think that's job security in its own. You lost a Heisman front runner, and
he was winning the Heisman Trophy.
Yes, yeah. So I don't know. Brett Venables, I think he just what they did early in the season with John Mateer, I think has bought him another year at Oklahoma, no matter what.
And plus, you just got a top 25 win over Auburn. You were able to get a top 25 win over Michigan. I think he's done enough to keep his job 100% safe this season, no matter what happens.
Yes.
Because of the John Mateer injury.
I agree.
Brent Venables is 100% safe. Keeping it with the only sport that we should ever talk about in October, football.
Well, there's baseball on, Dan. How dare you say that?
It's on the TV.
You really want to talk about baseball right now?
No, I don't. Please.
I'm pretty sure your Red Sox are losing.
Please move on.
Georgia is a 20.5-point favorite at home
it's tied
against Kentucky. Penn State is a 25.5-point favorite at UCLA. And Ohio State is a 23.5-point favorite at home against Minnesota this weekend. Buy or sell, one of these teams could be on upset alert this weekend.
Okay. Let me buy that. Okay.
Who?
Let's
I wonder if we have the same thought here.
Let's row the boat a little bit.
Okay.
And let's see how Sayan can play on the road at Minnesota. Could be a sleepy game.
It's a home game.
It's a home game. Okay.
It's at the shoe.
Oh, it's at the shoe.
I'm with you though, because they also get Illinois on the road the following week.
Yeah.
This is perfect trap game material. You just had to go out to Washington, play on the road on the West Coast, coming back in a shortened week in Columbus against a team that's got a chip on their shoulder. You clearly got more talent than them. We've seen Ohio State play down to competition.
Yes.
In situations like this between two big matchups. I think this is I don't think that they're going to lose. I would be really surprised if Minnesota doesn't cover that line.
Yeah, I think they could cover, and I don't think Minnesota's going to win.
But going into that fourth quarter, I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I just think this is one of those Ohio State games, like you said, that could be very close for a while.
I also love Kentucky against the spread. They're not going to win that game. They're not getting beat by 3 touchdowns by Georgia.
I can't believe you guys don't believe at all in a hold on.
You have to look up who UCLA's new head coach is.
0-4 UCLA team against Penn State, the juggernaut that is Penn State.
I don't think Penn State's that good, but I know UCLA is really bad.
Dan, do you know the name of Penn State's head football coach?
Isn't it just like HC1?
No.
That's what he is in EA Sports
in
right
EA
now.
Sports game? Yeah, fair enough. It's Tim Skipper, by the way. Canadian nickel. To anybody out there that got that right? Do we have any more questions?
That is a great name.
That is for a head coach.
For a head coach.
Fantastic. Yeah, I
Tip
agree.
skipper.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That,
no, I got
that
nothing
feels
else.
like what the generic name for head coach would be in EA Sports anyway. Hey, if you missed Buy or Sell tonight, it was a much better version than it normally is for no apparent reason whatsoever. You can catch it on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. Is brought to you by Controlled Comfort Heating and Air. You don't want to be hanging out with Jack Frost, or probably even Scott Frost, in your living room this winter. Head over to controlledcomfort.com. Set up a maintenance appointment so when you turn on your furnace, get some peace of mind about it actually clicking on when it needs to when it gets cold outside. Check out controlledcomfort.com tonight. We open the bar. That's right. The show is turned over to you when we come back on 1620 The Zone.
Your Omaha area forecast, presented by Bellevue Berry and Pumpkin Ranch, from the KETV Newswatch 7 Weather Center on 1620 The Zone.
Partly cloudy and mild tonight. Low temperatures should drop back into the lower 60s. A few clouds early, then turning mostly sunny, breezy, and very warm on Thursday. High in the upper 80s and likely low 90s coming Friday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Ranby from KETV Newswatch 7.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Rail Cars Happy Hour is here. Stop by 144th and Blondo Monday through Saturday from 2:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 2 to close, and enjoy $2 to $5 off appetizers, $1 off draft and bottles of beer, and delicious ciders. All signature cocktails are $10. Classic cocktails are $8, and every glass of wine is $2 off. Plus, Rail Cars' incredible brunch menu is on display 9:30 to 2 Saturday and Sunday. Rail Car Modern American Kitchen, 144th and Blondo.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
This October 19th, be a part of something powerful. Join the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer at Holmes Lake Park in Lincoln. It's more than a walk. It's a celebration of courage, hope, and unity. Support groundbreaking research, honor survivors and thrivers, and help end breast cancer as we know it. Enjoy music, food trucks, games, and stories that inspire. The celebration starts at 11 a.m. The walk begins at 1. Sign up or donate today at makingstrideswalk.org/Nebraska. Together, we are the movement.
Now back to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
7:17 on a Wednesday night here at 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Over a decade of being number one in Omaha for all things windows, roof, gutters, sidings. They can do it all. Check out pyramidroof.com tonight. Dan, I have a question.
Yes.
A little peek, a little inside baseball earlier. Are you just playing the music really loud tonight, or my headphones just amplified for some reason?
Your headphones are just amplified.
Okay, cool. All right, I won't complain.
It does start out loud, but I've been pulling it down a lot more than I usually have.
It's just louder than normally, so that was
Yeah.
my one complaint of the evening. I like the music. Good choices.
Is Josh Peterson finally losing it?
I don't know. Like, I guess I'll turn it. No, it's like you guys talking's the normal volume. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just getting older as the days go along. That's actually obviously happening. But
Got to get an ear sponsor.
there we
it
go.
is.
Yeah, hearing aid sponsor 402-951-1620. Love to talk to you. Oh wait, we played the wrong intro.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's rip it.
This is great radio. It is the open bar segment where we turn the show over to you. Get your questions in to After Hours 1620 on Twitter, or you can DM myself or Dan personally on Twitter, and we'll get your questions in. Kevin wants to know, a very glass half empty question from Kevin here. Are you more concerned if Dylan goes down or if Emmett Johnson were to go down?
Oh, man, that's the easiest question ever.
Really? Okay.
If Dylan goes down, this team is going to win 5 games.
So you feel better about the backup running back position than you do the backup quarterback position? Is that the answer?
Yeah, I still think Dylan is Dylan. We are going to go as far as Dylan can carry this team. I understand.
Wow.
I understand where you're coming from with the running back situation, but they've got a special thing they're going to do this Saturday that
we've never seen
We've
before.
never seen before.
Yeah.
So you have to be confident in
6
that.
running backs.
And I think a lot of the running back, you can have a mid running back if the offensive line play gets better. Where if your quarterback who is playing at an elite level right now, maybe the best quarterback play we've seen at Nebraska in a long time, maybe ever.
Sure.
I
don't know if I'm willing to go that far, but okay.
Just given the games on the schedule, I don't know if Latif could do it.
Sure.
Do it for that.
He's also a true freshman.
Yeah. He played against really bad teams, and he looked really good against bad teams because
I think that's
he's
important.
better than them.
Dan thinks he's got bigger arms than TJ Latif, by the way. Dan?
I never said I was bigger. I said that TJ Latif is a freshman, and he looks like a freshman.
Who are you more concerned about? QB1 or RB1?
I'm more concerned about RB1 just because
Okay.
of how much we've pinned on Emmett Johnson so far this year as far as the running game goes.
Yep.
The fact that in that Michigan game, we saw very few touches by Quentin Ives, a man that we all clamored for.
Zero touches.
After, that is my very
Very few.
definition of very few.
Very few.
Extremely. I'll go
Famously,
extremely
very
few.
few.
I'll amp up the language.
Yeah.
But if Emmett Johnson goes down, I think that hands will be thrown in the air and we'll just say, all right, it's darts at the dartboard time, I guess. Whoever wants to carry the ball, you better go figure it out.
Dylan Raiola has as many carries as your number 2 running back this season.
They count sacks as carries.
Yep. And he's got as many carries as your number 2 running back this season. They both have 16. I would be very, very worried about this team if Emmett Johnson went down. I think that TJ Latif is athletic enough to overcome a couple of situations. I also think there's enough talent in the wide receiver room this year that could get you by. I'm with you. I think Dylan is playing on a whole nother level right now. I just don't know if the question marks on this team at running back and stopping the run, it's really going to make that big of a difference. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about that statement, but you've got an Elite 11 quarterback behind him and has shown that even in those moments that obviously aren't, starting a game in the horseshoe level of big, but he's never looked outside of the part. And I think people have been impressed. I'm not a part of the Tiffy crew. I don't think he should be the starter by any stretch of the imagination.
That is ridiculous.
By any stretch of the imagination. I just think it would look different if he was in there. And I think this offense may look even a little more explosive with a little bit more of a running threat. And the reason I feel that way is because of how adamant this coaching staff was about Dylan pulling down the ball and making plays with his legs when they're there. And that's why I feel that way. But yeah, Dan, I'm with you. I think if Emmett Johnson were to go down, You want to see air raid? You're going to see air raid. I mean, you might see 10 carries a game for the running back position going forward.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dylan is gonna
listen.
is
If
very
they
good.
if they beat Michigan, right,
Yeah.
and we're talking about playoff appearance and things like that, I'm with you, and I would
Yeah.
agree with that sentiment. I just don't think this team is at that level. So if you're talking about just from a productivity standpoint, and listen, maybe it's even better if Dylan's throwing the ball 40 times. That could be a debate as well. But I just think that Emmett Johnson is probably a more premium right now, just because of
Nothing behind him.
Well, they just don't feel comfortable putting anybody else in there in those situations. So
yeah.
Derek wants to know, who's the most important wide receiver for the remainder of the season in Lincoln?
The most important receiver is Ja'Cory Barney.
Why?
One, he's pretty much the face of your program. Like Dane Key is a 1-year rental.
Yep.
And Isaiah Hunter, I mean, he's already transferred once.
I don't think he's going to leave.
I don't know if he'll leave. He's got it pretty good here in Lincoln, but I just think Ja'Cory, I mean, he's the guy that makes your offense click.
Yep.
He's the face of your special teams. He is the guy that's hyping up your kickers, doing all those crazy things.
Sure.
I think Ja'Cory Barney is.
Are you okay with him playing special teams?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think I'm a big advocate for get the best guys on the field at all times.
I am too. There
Yeah.
just seems to be that contingency out there. It's like, well,
What if he gets hurt?
You remember when he got folded in half against Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Remember how scared everybody was about that? I'm with you. Dan, most important wide receiver.
I'm on the same train as Mike. I have to firmly pin myself in the Ja'Cory Barney is the most important camp, because he's been the one so far this year who has made the majority of the big plays. And I didn't think pre-Cincinnati game that he would have been our deep threat, but he has been our deep threat this season. So I think that's kind of been the most important thing that we've seen out of him so far.
He's got to be bigger and better in bigger moments, but I think Dane Key is still the most important wide receiver in this group.
Okay.
For this reason. When they've needed it in the red zone, who's the guy they've gone to? And I don't think that's by habit. So obviously, Isaiah Hunter's had a couple of big touchdown catches in the red zone as well. But for me, I think the reason that people have been a little underwhelmed by Dylan, despite what the numbers say, is because the lack of that explosive play. And he's going to get that flack because he's the quarterback. I think we've kind of let Dane Key slide a little bit. I don't think he's been the contributor that like the fact that Ja'Cory Barney, a true sophomore, is leading Nebraska in not only in catches but in receiving yards and is tied for the most touchdowns this season. I think that goes a little unnoticed by the fan base.
Yeah, I don't know if part of it is Dane Key not getting open, or is Dylan not seeing him.
But I think
there's
that's
a lot of things that go with that.
I think that's important to point out, the not getting open part, because that is exactly what the big time wide receiver, the quote big time wide receivers that were seniors last year that you had were criticized for.
Yes,
the lack of ability to get open. Now, I think I am of the volition that I think there were 5 to 6 games, or 5 to 6 plays, against Michigan where Dylan hung onto the ball a little bit too long.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And a lot of that was because guys weren't getting open. There were times last year where Dylan was missing some opportunities.
Yes, he was missing wide open
on
guys.
Saturday, that was not the case.
No.
Yeah, there was a problem with separation on too many of those plays. We'll take your phone calls too. I mean, it is the open bar, so we'll open it up to you. We'll go to Jim. Jim, that's not you. Jim, welcome into the After Hours Lounge.
Hey guys, great show as always. I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Hey, I know you were talking about Barney earlier, in special teams and what he brings to the offense in general. I guess I look at what's more important, his overall impact and health to stay healthy on the offensive side of it, or in the kickoff return or punt return, whichever. I just think that this isn't 94, 95 where there's 4 or 5 guys, lined up that could do what he does on the punt or kickoff return. There's only him, and I prefer not to use him there because I think he's more effective from a team perspective on the offensive side. And but you know what, players can get hurt either way. I get you guys' point on that as well, but I do agree with you right now with him and Raiola, man. That those two are the MVP of this offense, and they're the ones that make it go. But it's gonna be interesting to find out who that number 2 running back is, or are they going to run some sort of scheme, and does the scheme work? So I'm really interested to see that. And I'm also interested to see who's really going to be the starting tackles. Did they move people around? They had a week and a half, almost 2 weeks to get this thing right.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting. I still root for him. Go Big Red. Appreciate you guys.
Jim, thanks for the phone call. The one caveat I'll give about the injury portion, you can't coach like that. You can't.
No, you can't coach scared.
You can't think, what if so and so gets hurt? You got to put the best guys on the field, and that's clearly what this team has done. And that's almost what Mike Eckler demands too,
Mhm.
right? Like he's like, listen, you want your special teams unit to be good? I need good players.
Yes.
I'm really intrigued to see what Isaiah Hunter looks like the rest of this season, because I just mentioned about being underwhelmed by Dane Key. Like after that first game against Cincinnati, I thought Isaiah Hunter was going to be a problem. I was like, oh, this dude looks further ahead than we thought he was going to. Yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And obviously, he's got to get open. They got to get him the ball, and Dylan's got to be upright for that to
Yes,
happen. Right?
that's a big part.
That's a big part of it. But like, I think I'm with you. I think Barney's maybe the most important. I think Dane Key has the potential to be the best. And I think Isaiah Hunter is the most intriguing. So I guess that's my cop-out answer to the question.
Just to reply to Jim about Jacory, being on special teams. And I agree with you. You can't coach scared.
No,
like you got to
absolutely
get your best players on the field. I live by that. But if you want to look back at 2024, Nebraska had 73 total yards on punt returns.
It's a lot more this season.
Yeah, already through 4 games, Jacory Barney has 111 punt return yards. So like he is dynamic and he is changing. Like we talk about 3 phases of football, right?
Yeah.
Special teams has been an issue at Nebraska, and it's getting better with guys like Jacory Barney on the field.
So that brings up an interesting debate, though, because listen, there's no right answer to this question. But for you personally, like how much do you give? Like what percentage do you give that to Mike Eckler? Do you give it to the talent being better? And is it fair to even separate those two things?
I give it 50-50.
Okay.
Because I'd say Jacory Barney was on the team last year, so why wasn't he doing this last year? Right?
Sure.
Yeah, we ran out IGC back there just to fair catch the ball.
Goes back to
every
what
time.
we opened the show with, talking about Matt Rule committing to guys and giving them
Yes,
opportunities.
exactly.
Ed Foley, 402-951-1620. Love your thoughts.
Yeah, but I think like the overhaul of special teams, the way we field punts, the way we block, I think that's all Mike Eckler.
Where
So
field goals aren't getting blocked.
yeah. So I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's probably 50-50. I think Jacory is a playmaker, and I think last year, just given the wide receiver room and everything else, and Dylan's how comfortable he was throwing to Jacory, I think a lot of that was, well, we can't have him out there. We're going to coach scared.
Well, and it's also like you talked about this day and age of football and the transfer portal and NIL and all of that earlier, but like that's you could talk about rental players all you want. Like you're going to get better value out of guys that are, especially in the quarterback wide receiver combination, that are comfortable and have familiarity with each other.
Yep.
Dan, I don't know why I've been sitting here waiting for you to read the next open bar question. You don't have these. David wants to know, it's a very guys, it's a bye week. We're going into a game we're favored by double digits. Why is everybody so negative? David wants to know, what is your opinion on this coaching staff if they lose to Michigan State on Saturday?
Nothing. I was on a Michigan State podcast before I came on here today, and I told them it's a Big Ten football game. The Big Ten is the best conference in football. And in my opinion, I think Matt Rule is ahead of where Jonathan Smith is right now at Michigan State.
Sure.
But would it shock me?
More resources.
Yes. But I'm a big advocate for beat basketball schools, right? Like the teams that prioritize basketball, you should not be losing to in football, right? Because we prioritize football.
Right.
So but as far
I still think Jonathan Smith's a hell of a coach.
I think he's okay. I think he's done very similar to Mike Riley, in my opinion. He's done a lot with a lot less. Yeah, coached at Oregon State. Like I don't know. I don't think it's the Pac-12, so I haven't really given him the benefit of the doubt for that. But no, it wouldn't. If Nebraska lost the game, does it change anything about Matt Rule? Is the goal still the same? Can we still win 7-8 games? Because 7 or 8 games is progress, right?
I guess that's a great point. What is your goal? I guess that would probably change your aspect. But like, it would change my opinion a little bit just because this coaching staff has talked about expectations a lot and the standard, right? And if you're living up to the standard, you're not losing a game at home where you're a double-digit favorite.
I mean, we were favored against UCLA last year, and
exactly,
yeah, and that
so
was
if it happens again,
bad.
But if it happens again,
there's
probably gonna be some doubt creeping in. Dan, your thoughts change about this coaching staff if they lose on Saturday? You want to turn your mic on first?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn it off to answer the phone.
Just let the producer know.
I don't think my opinion of the staff as a whole changes on Saturday. I think it's
Are you going to personally buy the domain firematrule.com if this?
Maybe
I'm sure that exists from the Panthers.
Depends.
Probably does.
Depends upon how much money it costs. Dave Tepper can actually still have that in his pocket. You never know.
There's probably a Fire Dave Tepper website out there too.
I'm sure if you go on the dark web, there's probably a worse one.
You'll be happy to know that firematrule.com does not exist.
Not yet.
Wonderful.
Not yet. Good point.
I think my opinion of this team would change. as a whole.
Yeah,
if they lose to Michigan State on Saturday, because you got what many are considering a butt whooping against Michigan. I thought less of a butt whooping, more a institutional failure, because that game was well within your rights to have won. Then you have a bye week, and now you're playing a team that is much less of a competition than Michigan State should.
Little brother, some would say.
Some, depending upon what sport you're talking about. Football, yes. Basketball, nah.
We're talking about football, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Just
think
checking.
I would just be more disappointed in this team, because then that would mean that they would have to go perfect all throughout the rest of the end of their schedule to make Dan's season prediction correct.
That is true.
And that is what the Nebraska Cornhuskers play for more than anything else in the entire world, is to make sure that Dan Campanen is
People
right.
forget. This is an interesting one. Gary, not Sharp, wanted to know. We've heard a lot of rumors about the NHL possibly coming to Omaha. Are there still any chances of that happening? Hashtag, bring back the hockey corner.
It will be coming back in a week.
Yeah.
In a week, once the regular season starts.
It's a segment we do on the show.
Okay.
Talk a little stick and puck. I don't think this is a dead thing.
I hope not.
I
would love it.
I think Nebraska. I think Omaha is probably. I think there's 3 cities in consideration, and I mean the NHL commissioner specifically named 3 cities, with Omaha being one of them. Probably the least likely, but I think there's the most passion behind it, and I think there's probably a little more financial dollars in the situation than people actually believe could be. There are some pretty pundit proponents behind this, trying to make the area of Gretna expand.
That would be
and
cool.
That's exactly where this arena would go. Don't say no yet. I think there's going to be a lot of hush hush about it. I think Omaha's going to make a pretty big surge to try to make it happen. I would be surprised if it actually does happen, but I think Omaha's got a better chance than a lot of people are giving them credit for.
I hope that it comes to
Be
Omaha.
incredible.
It would be great for the city.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hockey fans in Omaha.
Yep.
There are some diehard hockey fans in Omaha. It would be great for the city, and it would be awesome if they did that Gretna expansion where the USA Volleyball, maybe they could all share this big, luscious arena.
Bingo.
Wouldn't that be awesome, right? It'd be great for the city.
What name? What's the mascot? Give us a name. What's your pick for the?
Ooh, I don't know.
The Omaha NHL team franchise should be.
Oh man, on the spot.
I think it's live radio, huh?
Yeah, good thing it's live radio. Let's see.
You only get one crack at this. You might get made fun of forever. Jared, save this clip.
I don't know. Let's see.
Is it more embarrassing if you don't come up with an answer? That's what we got to be asking right now.
We'll do the Omaha Sand Cranes.
Omaha Sand. Okay, I don't hate it. Hate it. Dan, Omaha gonna get an NHL team?
So
you're part of the contingency that runs this city. You probably got your finger on the pulse of this thing.
Yes, I am. Me and John Ewing, this.
Yeah, that's your buddy.
Dan also owns the Green Bay Packers. People forget.
I do officially.
Partial owner.
I am. Yes.
Yeah, you and a million other people.
Yeah, it actually all the decisions actually have to run through me. That was a deal that I set up with Mark Murphy. It was actually my dad set that up when I was born. He said,
for anybody that's wondering, yes, I'm about to post the graphic.
He gets one share, but Mark, everything has to go through him. And he said, sure, why not? You know, it was like one of those drunken barroom deals. At any dive bar in Wisconsin, you can make one. So
Yeah,
did you make a
It just
deal to
happens.
tie with the Cowboys this week or no?
Yes, I did.
It was a part of the market.
That was more a
It was
deal
the
with the
Micah-
devil, though.
It was
Yeah.
the Micah Parsons agreement.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Got a tie.
Yeah.
So right now, my biggest thing is Austin, Cincinnati, Indianapolis. People in Austin are too liberal and too high.
I believe they've already been taken off the table.
They have been?
Yes.
Great. So Indianapolis, Cincinnati, us, and apparently still there's some buzz around Kansas City. Kansas City's not doing it.
That's not happening.
That's never going to happen. That is Chiefs and Royal City. They can't
So
get
the-
up for
the
two
only-
others.
Sporting KC. Come on now.
The only reason that's even being floated is because of the
The revitalization,
revitalization of
downtown.
downtown and the thought process of moving the K in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's they're not. They did. I would be surprised if Kansas City even wants it.
Yeah. So Indianapolis, I don't think makes much sense because there's not much more expansion that you can do in that downtown area to add a hockey arena in there. Cincinnati is the only one that scares me a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
because Ohio hockey culture is very much a thing, and it has the old WHA ties with the Cincinnati Stingers. I will, however, say, I hope the talk is not dead, And I hope that the meeting that Jim Pillen and others had in February of 24 to pitch Omaha as the city that needs an NHL team went very well.
It did.
Because I honestly think that we should be the ones to have an NHL team.
I agree. The one thing that may go against Cincinnati is the fact that they added Columbus. Like that might be that might actually end up hurting their chances, and I think it will.
They're much to all of the other places that have ever been floated for this are always a little bit like too not into hockey enough. Like Indianapolis, it just doesn't make sense. Austin would have never worked. And New Orleans is not a hockey team.
Yeah, if you want to know how it would have worked in Austin, see Phoenix.
Oh,
same exact situation.
Won't forget about that.
The right people are behind this too. Like if it was like some people are kicking the can down the road, like there are people that are vested in Omaha to make this happen. So that's the reason I feel so strongly about it, is because I know the people that are trying to make it happen, and it's the right people to be involved.
And you'll have season ticket holder number 1
right there. Hey, we're going to tell you exactly how many yards Dylan Raiola is going to throw for on Saturday when we come back. If you missed the open bar segment, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Listen, it's going to happen. You're going to get invited to a wedding on a game day. You should still probably dress up for it and look good. We know you don't want to be there, but you want to be at Jerry Ryan. It is the premier suit buying experience in Midwest. Stop by 78th and Dodge. Get your suit game right. I got my wedding suit at Jerry Ryan. Dan got his wedding suit at Jerry Ryan. You could outshine the groom. Listen, he's picking a wedding day on a game day. You got to make him pay for it. Look better than he does. Do it at Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear, 78th and Dodge. They've been dressing Omaha for over 50 years. We give you the over-unders, and we give you our official score prediction for the game on Saturday. We come back on 1620 The Zone. Hey, but it's Jimmy Allen here for Timber Woodfire Bistro. Listen, I've been talking to the boys off air, and we've been having a conversation about what we are going to have when we leave the show. I'm getting my call in. And listen, maybe the guys, Matt, folks, if you guys are listening over at Timber, I'm calling in a Timber Pie when I get ready to leave here. It is my favorite pizza in the city. It's the perfect combination of sweet, savory, and spicy. Timber Woodfire Bistro's Timber Pie is second to none in Omaha. Get over to 87th and Pacific and get Timber Woodfire Bistro tonight.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Are you ready for the game changer of the day? Bellevue University has a new state-of-the-art 72,000 square foot field house featuring premium courts, generous fan seating, top-tier locker rooms, dedicated athletic training, and a strength and conditioning space, plus a whole lot more. It's not just a venue, it's a home court advantage. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Criminal, civil, personal. If you or a loved one is facing a lawsuit, let Williams Law represent you and your family today. With more than 20 years litigation experience in Nebraska, Williams Law will defend you with the dedication you deserve. If you're facing a DUI or if your son or daughter has been accused of a crime, Williams Law is here for you. Call 402-522-6317 to get a free, no-obligation consultation and to get the representation you deserve today.
Life is unpredictable, with seasonal storms and plumbing issues hiding around every corner. You can't predict the future. So when life happens, go with a trusted, reputable company like Paul Davis Restoration. Fire, water, mold, or storm damage can all be restored by Paul Davis Restoration. Don't live in the aftermath of tragedy. Restore your home today. Call Paul Davis Restoration at 402-553-0373 today.
When you shop local, you help strengthen our community. So if you need roof repair, gutters, siding, even windows, call local Pyramid Contractors. They're the #1 roofer in Omaha for more than a dozen years. Let Pyramid Contractors come and give you a free estimate. Give them a call at 402-502-9300. That's 402-502-9300. Or visit them online at
PyramidRoof.com. Never settle for less.
Say goodbye to summer and hello to cash loans. Let's face it, your personal banker probably won't loan you thousands of dollars today, but Saul's Jewelry and Loan will. Simply bring in your boat, camper, RV, jet ski, ATV, motorcycle, even your beautiful convertible, along with a clear title. And Saul's will loan you up to $50,000. No credit check, no hassle, and more importantly, no worries. Saul's indoor storage facility is so clean and secure, you can store your precious Harley-Davidson for the winter and pick it up next spring. So if you need a quick cash loan, Saul's is here to help. Saul's Jewelry and Loan with 5 metro locations.
You are listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
$7:30 on a Wednesday here on 1620 The Zone, brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Over a decade of being number one in Omaha doesn't happen by accident. Head over to pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. They do it all. Check out pyramidroof.com. Tonight, Mike Delaware is sitting in for John Schreiner tonight. One thing he knows is Nebraska football, and that's exactly what we're talking about here. Talking overs and unders on Saturday. Dylan Raiola is averaging 284.25 yards per game. Over under 285 yards for Dylan Raiola.
Take the over on that. Double down on it. Bet your mortgage on it.
There you go.
He's going against a very, very bad pass defense in Michigan State, who has allowed 40 points 3 times this season already. Dylan is going to have a heyday throwing against the Spartans. I'm just telling you that now. Take the over. And that has such nice words from Captain. I really appreciate Captain in the chat.
What did he say?
Oh, he said, Mike, you'll make it in radio if you stick with it. I don't know if you already are in it, but if not, you should be. So,
Captain, go check out the No Block, No Rock podcast.
Yes, I appreciate you, Captain.
It is worth the listen. And also, it is worth taking Mike's advice and knowing that Dylan Raiola is going to go over his passing yard total
way
on
over
Saturday.
We're talking a really bad Sunday if it's under. Give me over 285 as well. Dylan's also averaging 2.7 touchdown passes a game this year. By the way, all of these numbers have gone up week after week. That's good for Nebraska's offense. Over under 2.5 touchdowns.
Take the over. I'm just telling you right now, if he can throw 3 touchdowns, I know one was a Hail Mary, but if he can throw 3 touchdowns against Michigan's defense, I think he can throw 3 touchdowns against Michigan State's. I'm thinking he's going to hit 3 again.
Dan?
I too would like the over, and that will become extremely apparent when I give my score prediction.
Dylan Raiola throws for 3 touchdowns in the first half.
I would love that.
Yeah, that's take that to the bank. Emmett Johnson is averaging 17.3 carries per game. That number's also going up. Over or under 17 carries for EJ on Saturday?
I'll take the under. I like this mysterious plan they have for running back 2. And, he'll have more than 17 touches, but 17 carries. I think he will have less than 17 carries, and he'll have lots of touches because he's been catching a lot of balls.
Sure.
But I think this RB2 thing, they're taking it serious during the bye week, and I would imagine that he will have less than 17 carries
because TJ Lateef is the backup running back. Dan,
that would make a lot of sense. Actually,
no, it wouldn't.
They've shown
don't do that.
They have shown as much interest in TJ Lateef as they have in Quentin Ives.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
I'm going to say under because I have a feeling that against Michigan State, they're going to throw in the running back 2, and they're going to get a little bit more active on the Emmett Johnson backup scene.
Dylan's going to throw for over 35 attempts because that secondary is so bad. So it better be under. Give me the under as well. Over or under 3 carries for a combined Quentin Ives, Mekhi Nelson, and Connor Booth.
Wait, say that again.
Over or under 3 carries combined?
It better be over.
Okay.
You better bet
the reason I'm asking.
It better be over.
You want to guess what the average is for the season? It's under.
Yeah, it's going to be the Connor Booth effect.
Yep. Dan?
Please let it be over.
Yeah.
Please.
I have a theory, which I have from time to time.
What's your theory?
I don't think we're going to see anything different on Saturday.
I don't think we are either.
I think that was just coach speak. I think it's games inside the games. I think it's going to be the Emmett Johnson
You don't
show.
think we're going to see the debut of the T formation? You've heard of the I. Now look at the T. We're going to put Quentin Ives, Mekhi Nelson, Connor Booth, and Emmett Johnson in the backfield. No wide receivers. You're going to know exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to try to confuse you with 4 running backs.
That's an illegal,
Super Maryland I.
That's an illegal formation. Where we at? Nebraska has gone 1 game in a row, it's a streak, without kicking a ball out of bounds. Over or under half of a kick out of bounds on Saturday?
No kicks out of bounds. I think they've got this figured out. I hope they have it figured out. They better have it figured out.
Dan?
Under.
I'm here for the bit. Give me the over. Ja'Cory Barney is Nebraska's leading receiver, as we mentioned earlier. Will he lead Nebraska in receiving on Saturday?
No. Give me Dane Key.
Dane Key.
I'm sticking with the big purple dinosaur.
I will go no as well, but give me Isaiah Hunter. Over or under 1.5 sacks for Nebraska's defense on Saturday?
Over. They are missing. Michigan State's missing 2 offensive linemen.
Yep.
Their left tackle is out, and their guard is out for the rest of the season. I think this is going to be a heyday for John Butler with stunts, blitzes, and a lot of stuff pre-snap. So it's going to be heavy.
Could we just let Dasan McCullough stand on one side of the formation and rush?
Yes,
please.
I think Dasan McCullough is going to have a heyday. They're going to find that left tackle that's out, and he's going to have a heyday.
Yeah, just stay over there, Dan.
I would tend to agree with both of you. I would like it to be the over as well. And then as a side note, I saw Dasan McCullough today in the walk and talk that Matt Rule put out.
No, I think you meant like personally. I was like, wow, really?
Mr. McCullough, if you can send me your workout plan,
dudes,
I would love to look like you. Holy six-pack.
Over under 1.5 sacks given up by Nebraska on Saturday. I'm going over as well.
I'm going to go over on the sacks given up.
Okay, Dan, we got to get through this quickly.
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go over as well. I think there's still just some problems on that offline. Time for the score predictions. Give your score predictions. Saturday.
My score prediction I did on my show is 42-24 Nebraska.
Dan Campion?
42-17 Nebraska.
The wrong team is fit. No, I'm just kidding. Nebraska absolutely wins this game. I got them 31-17. If you missed our predictions and our over and unders, check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. Is brought to you by AX Plumbing, Home or Residential. They can do it all. Check out axpservice.com for all your plumbing, water heater, gas piping, or backflow prevention issues. AX Plumbing is locally owned and operated. They'll leave your home or business cleaner than they found it. Check out axpservice.com tonight. Trash takes and wrapping up the show on a Wednesday. We come back 1620 The Zone. Hey, everybody, it's Jimmy Allen here for Paul Davis Restoration. Seasonal storms can affect you. They can damage your roof. They can get water behind your windows. They can flood your basement. If any of that happens, you're going to need to get that mold removed immediately. You're going to want to call 402-553-0373. Have Paul Davis come out and restore your home to the way it was before the damage happened. It's Paul Davis Restoration.
The real game changer in college athletics, it's coaches. And at Bellevue University, there is an experienced team of coaches who know you both as an athlete and as a person. Plus, there are student coach advisors who are there to provide individualized academic support every step of the way as you progress towards your degree. At Bellevue University, you're not just another athlete. You belong. We're for you and for college sports. Visit BUBruins.com.
Are you watching the water slowly seep down the drain again? Go with a local solution. Go with Trusted. AX Plumbing is here to help. With over 20 years of serving the metro area, AX Plumbing can do it all, from residential to commercial. They can even help with the new build installation service. Head over to axpservice.com today. There's financing available to qualified buyers and military discount too. Check out axpservice.com today. AX Plumbing. They'll leave your place cleaner than they found it.
If you're looking for an authentic Italian experience, look no further than Pasta Amore. For 4 decades, Pasta Amore has been keeping the spark alive for couples in the Omaha area with their homemade pasta, made fresh every day. Our hand-picked selection of exceptional wines will put the nightcap on your evening that you expect. Open every day at 4. Stop by Pasta Amore in Rockbrook Village and enjoy dining in the romantic dining room or relax on our shaded patio.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor where you are matched up with a boy in the greater Omaha area. Over 50 boys are waiting for someone like you to guide and inspire them. Visit mentoromaha.org and sign up to make a difference in a boy's life. Don't wait. Make a lasting impact today.
Fall is the time to get to Jerry Ryan Clothing and Sportswear. Stop in and see John, Dan, Jake, Deanna, Matt, and Monier the tailor. There's new fall apparel from Mizzen and Maine, Johnny O, Roan, and now pants from Brax. Stop by 78th and Dodge and look great for all of your fall events.
At Jerry Ryan's, we bring out the best in you.
Leaves are falling and footballs are flying. It's the season to celebrate, but it's tough to relax when your furnace starts shaking, rattling, and rumbling every time it turns on. With a maintenance plan from Controlled Comfort, you can enjoy peace of mind all year long. Our comfort specialist will perform a full HVAC tune-up and ensure your system is operating efficiently and reliably. Schedule your maintenance appointment today at ControlledComfort.com.
Control Comfort keeps it under control.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo, no missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
You're listening to After Hours with Jimmy Allen on 1620 The Zone.
Put a button on the After Hours Lounge on a Wednesday night. Thank you to the night shift, everybody joining in on the conversation tonight. Shout out to Captain, the manager of the night shift. We appreciate everybody giving us your thoughts for the open bar segment as well. We are brought to you by Pyramid Contractors. Over a decade of being number one in Omaha doesn't happen by accident. Head over to pyramidroof.com. Get a free estimate for your windows, your roof, your gutters, your siding. They do it all. Check out pyramidroof.com tonight. Mike Delaware is sitting in for John Schreiner tonight. It was fun. He was nice enough to fill in, so we'll let him go first. Give us your trash take of the evening.
All right, my trash take is Tom Brady is not the GOAT.
Oh.
Peyton Manning is the GOAT.
Okay, because
Peyton Manning has the most MVPs. He had the greatest season ever as a quarterback at 55 touchdown passes. And if you gave him Bill Belichick and those defenses that the Patriots had, he would have won more Super Bowls than Tom Brady.
But he had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne and Edgerrin James.
Yeah, then he was very explosive with the offense, but he also made guys like Austin Collie and Brandon Stokely, and those guys look really, really good. So that's my trash take or hot take.
Okay. I mean, he had pretty good defensive end for a while too, and Dwight Freeney, but you know
they were always like the 28th rush defense in the NFL. They were not good.
He had Bob Sanders when he could be healthy.
That's
neither here nor there.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, what do you got for your trash take?
Cheryl Reeve was right. Nafisa Collier's injury in that game 3 against the Phoenix Mercury was much worse than anyone thought it could have been. She suffered a grade 2 tear of 3 ligaments in her ankle and a muscle in her shin during the collision last Friday with Alyssa Thomas. This goes exactly to the points that Reeves was pointing out and that Nafisa Collier in her own press conference was pointing out, that the league officials do not care about player safety and the referees do not understand how to ref basketball appropriately at the professional level.
Hate on the officials.
Kathy Engelbert, if I could fire you, I would.
You know, we're not talking enough about
the WNBA.
No, we've talked
That-
plenty about the WNBA.
I think 1 minute is too long.
Fernando Mendoza needs to be investigated for the way that game ended in Iowa City. And the fact that we allowed him to get off with an apology and nobody is discussing it any further, I have a massive problem with. There was absolutely no reason for him to run to the back of that end zone to give up a safety. Zero. I don't want to hear that it was the only way to run out the game. He didn't have to run to the end zone. He could have stopped running and not been caught. Listen, that line was 5.5, and that safety gave up the cover. There's a little bit more there than meets the eye. Or there's a perfect amount of what's there that meets the eye. And the fact that it's just kind of being swept under the rug. And I find it really interesting that after Illinois was able to beat USC last week, and they're playing a really bad Purdue team, that line this week is only 7.5. Actually, I don't think it's that much. Let me look. I think it just recently dropped. It's dropped down to 9.5. Illinois should probably be at least 11-point favorite in that game. I don't know. I hate that we're even talking about this, but there's more going on in the college football world betting, and we've only hit the tip of the iceberg with it. Thank you again to Mike Delaware for filling in tonight. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Go check out the No Block No Rock podcast. They do some really great work and great coverage of Husker athletics. If you missed any of the show tonight, you can always check it out on our radio replay page on 1620thezone.com. It was brought to you by Allo Fiber. Allo has been empowering communities in Nebraska since 2003, and they've got a ton of great new services, including the all-new Allo Mobile. If you're sick of having buffering or your phone not working inside your house or inside your work, check out Allo Mobile tonight. Check out allofiber.com for more details tonight. For Mike Delaware, Dan Campen, and I've been Jimmy Allen. Happy National Pumpkin Seed Day, everybody.
Ready to make a positive impact in a young boy's life? Join Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Midlands and become a mentor